Well, hello, good morning, campers. It's 7th of October. It's 8:43. I've been up a while. Slept really well last night. Went to bed went to sleep about 10:15. Never stirred till nearly 7, which is pretty good for me. I moved out of Warminster and come out to Norton Bavant. It's quiet right here. And right by the railway line as it goes. I haven't heard a train today, so I hope everything's okay on the railway. Well, good morning. It's 11:22. I don't know how this is going to work. I've got my phone fitted to my TomTom, so that I can see while I'm going along. It's a beautiful day here in Wiltshire. I hope it is where you are. Not a lot of traffic about. I'm heading on to the old 36, I don't know what they call it now. Out of Warminster, heading towards Salisbury. Just passing Norton Bavant. Listening to the radio this morning and the news. What a load of rubbish it gets on there tonight, eh? I don't know. Everybody finds themselves disturbed by everything, don't they? When they keep going on about fucking coloured people or black people or what the fuck you want to call them, it does my head right in. Does it matter? Hang on, you're sinking down now. I can't touch you, I'm fucking moving. Much better, back in business now. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, they just go on about this, you know. And I mean, it's fucking all about coloured people and this, something, the other. Does it actually fucking matter? You know, if they can do the job, then just let them do the job, innit? You know, it's like fucking preferences against women. Nowadays, women driving lorries. I haven't got the hard graft of like we used to have, or like I used to have, of having to load. You know, I mean, we've been out around and delivering to Usher's Brewery in Trowbridge with a 10-tonner, and you do 3 loads a day. Well, you go out and pick one up, so you load that, that's 10 ton, you come back and you unload it, that's 20 ton. You go out and pick another 10 ton up, that's another 10 ton. You come back and unload it, that's another 10 ton. You go out and pick another 10 ton up, and maybe you get off that night or that day or the day after, the next day. Just, I don't know, they're fucking boring, don't they? I mean, when I started, I mean, there was no sleeper cabs. You're lucky if you had a fucking heater, you definitely never had a radio. Remember parking up many a night in your hat, you let across the seats, your hat or your woolly hat would fall off in the night, and you wake up and your head was bloody freezing. And then you start to get your little cooker out, your little what's it called? What the fuck you call it now? What do they call it? Little Primus out. I mean, even before gas, remember, the Primus with a little fucking lever on it. And before you get that out, you have to fire that up and leave it running before it'll gibbo. Yeah, before you get out of bed, just to unfreeze your curtains off the windscreen. And they're fucking boring, don't they? I keep saying you know, like you know, but you don't know, do you? Because you weren't fucking there. Especially you youngins. But, you know, I can remember working for, well, I won't say who it was, for a firm. He's dead and gone now, and his missus. And was in to go out one morning because I never had a heater in the cab, and it was end of November. Yeah, it must have been because it was a couple of weeks before my birthday, which is the 9th of December. Still forget that, you know, send presents. Money will do. Told me if I didn't take it out, he'd fucking sack me. So I took it out. You know, mind you, it wasn't too bad because it was winter and then the sun come out and it sort of warmed the cab a bit. Not a very good night that night. But like I said, I'd be brightness in the morning to fire up to warm, get the frost off the windows. Yeah. A lot of these camper vanners, they go on about, oh, you do this and do that and do the other, and they got this, and you know, I worked for the first 3 weeks I was doing long distance because I never had no money, and had a quilt cover or 2 quilt covers off the bed because I couldn't afford a sleeping bag. But there you go. We're coming to the 350 roundabout now. We could turn left here and go to Weymouth, couldn't we? That'd be nice. I was going to chat to you about things, but I can't really think of what I call to chat about. You know, go on about, don't know what you think about these new eco-flow things, what they're called. What's his name? Oh, chubby guy with a bald head, cut the wrong size hole in his van door. Jim somebody. Yeah, I'd seen a bit of that yesterday. Bought a kit. Well, let's say bought it. Let's say fucking I didn't give him, but then again I don't know that. And yeah, because he was like, oh yeah, he was on the day. What's a bit of a day? We got given a load of Ryobi tools. Well, if we're given a load of tools, we could build fucking anything, couldn't we? I got the tools. I mean, you know what I mean. But anybody with half a fucking brain could build something, couldn't they? Yeah, he's got this. Fuck do I know what it is? Is it a half solid state and half lithium or something? Batteries. It's the latest generation. I looked it up on eBay and it's £5,600 for the kit. Well, like my missus said, she said that's a lot of money. Her indoors, and I said, well, it is, isn't it? I said, but the thing is, I said, if you've got all the electricity you want, and you can use your cooker, your coffee machine, your kettle, and all that, and you take that over 5 years, well, that's £1,000 a year, isn't it? So that's £20 a week. Well, I just spend about, well, no, yeah, but I've got gas central heating on it, so yeah, but I mean, in the winter, I can spend anything up to, I don't know, £140 a month on gas when it's cold. But then again, I do like to stay warm. Feel the power. Well, I don't know what happened there. We got cut off. I don't know how far back that stopped. But we're running. I'm messaging somebody. We're running, and yeah, I just come past the Longleat turning on the A36 still. Don't know whether to go back through, go the long way round, or back through Westbury. I haven't got the round of it yet. I was just saying the back there how easy just going through the gears with you. I don't know if you heard me. 5th gear, 6th gear, 4th gear, 4th gear 55, 50. Well, we were holding there. So I squared it up to 70. Back to, oh, don't drive it, I always drive it at 50 because it's the fuel in it, but according to this I'm doing 33.3 to the Galleon, which is quite good because you can't see this, but there's a Tesla in front of me and his registration is J. Oh, he's accelerating quite hard. J333JMM, and I've got 333 on my dashboard. That's a bit of a coincidence, isn't it? Never mind. Whoa. No, sorry, it wasn't. It's JWM. What's happened? Oh, it's fucking Roadworks. I forgot about these Roadworks, then I should have gone the other way. But yeah, dual motor. Oh, that's a tester with a dual motor. That's a quick one, isn't it? Yeah. This is a fucking nightmare here, isn't it? Shut around and go do a 3-point turn and go back. Yeah, not many people do a 3-point turn on the main road, do they? Didn't take long, did it? There we go again, we're heading back towards Worcester. It's sitting in that bloody traffic, that does my fucking head in. Yeah, so, I can't remember what I was saying. Yeah, I say, so like a lot of these channels on here, on the YouTube, I mean, they all seem to start with a good intention, and then they get monetized, or whatever they call it. They want to monetize me, but I'm not too sure if that would be advisable, because when you go over 1,000, but I definitely haven't been monetized yet. I was thinking about keep fucking going. I was thinking about putting a Patrons thing on here, and what they call it, because life's getting hard for everybody, isn't it? I mean, this van that me and H are building, that wouldn't have gone on so quick if we never got given a lot of stuff. But then again, we've got given a lot of stuff, so the overheads won't be much, so when it comes to letting it go, it'll go a bit cheaper. Because it's going to go at least £500 for it. It must have had, oh, with the flooring and the glues and the fucking boxes of screws and the wood and the bits and pieces. We must have had £400 or £500 worth of stuff give us. Did you say, I'll just cut the beers? Good enough, isn't it? Oh, that's gone down like that, maybe that's why I jumped over. Yeah, so my top's right. I know you're not meant to touch your phone in that, but I'm not touching my phone because I'm touching my top. Yeah, so that's about it, really. We're on the A36. It's hot. It's 27 degrees in here or something. Bloody heat, and I switched it off. And I'm just mooching along, so you just listen to me rabbiting on. Can't put no music on because I keep getting fucking strikes for that, or whatever they fucking call it, or copyright infringements. Coming down to Chapman's Lane. Oh, you lived here for a few years. When we insulted Westbury, when she fucking finally had enough of me and I left. Come up here to live with my mate Angie and Tony. He's dead and gone now. She's remarried, and I come up and lived on their sofa for a couple of months, then moved into their shed, which was quite good because it was a stone built shed with a block built interior, so it was like a little room that hadn't been fixed, but it had concrete slabs, like they were square, but they had like an arch bit on the bottom, and that's what made the roof, and they were sort of glued together. But we put a false roof on that, full ceiling in, insulated it. Oh, my mate, old Fatty Rob, well, he came up and done the stairs, that made me a little raised up platform bit, because I'd made the bed a bit high. Come and done that for me. Good old job, thank you very much. Yeah, and they passed me good. Just going down the hill here, I got my foot off the brake, we crept up over 60. I don't want to do that. I made that about a bloody hour ago. Yeah, so coming down past where all the fucking benders to go. There's a bottom of Black Dog Hill where all the gays and the cross dressers and the fucking doggers, well I don't know about doggers, all the fucking bum bandits to go in there, don't they? Don't know if I could use the word bum bandit, can I? I suppose you could be a bum bandit and like women, couldn't you? We all got bums. Yeah. The woman's got two, and she's got a front bottom and a back bottom. Right, we're just coming down to the 40 limit here, Stanley. Well, folks, those videos are a bit muddled up. I just got back to the house, had a shower, and got me tap, or got our tap arrived for the van, and I will show you. I've unboxed it. It's not as big as I thought it was, but it's a 10mm pipe, electric button on, off. You got to keep your finger on it. Quite an easy little thing to make. But I do notice that we paid £39 for it, and they've got them advertised now at £59. So whether they're bigger pipes or not, I haven't got a clue. But put an olive on the end so you can polish it up. It's quite easy, isn't it? But living the room. Well, that's it, folks. I'll get this posted. Not much to do today, not much doing. I'm going to go out and have a look in the van in a minute and see what needs, well, see if the floor is down right. And I'll speak to you all tomorrow. Remember, stay classy, no fighting, love you all. Bye bye. And you skins.